From turquoise waters to golden sands, to dark, mean and moody, Luskentyre Beach has everything, far more than we ever could have imagined. Beautiful waters and incredible patterns in the sand. We had an amazing week on the island, and it's an absolute privilege to be able to share that with you. Welcome to an amazing, beautiful, stunning Luskentyre Beach. So we're on the Isle of Harris for 6 days. We've come across in the van and we're staying around 5 minutes away from this stunning beach. We've been here for around 15 minutes and absolutely blown away. We arrived yesterday and literally as we were driving down towards the campsite and came around the corner and caught a glimpse of this beach, we were both welling up. Absolutely just touches you how beautiful it is, the colour of this water, and I say that everywhere we go, but this is something else. Really is the most beautiful beach ever been to. So we got the ferry yesterday, as I say, came across, we're in the van, and this is our first sort of glimpse of Luskentyre Beach, and it's amazing, and I'm probably going to say that so many times on this video. The light's coming out a little bit, the sun's in my eyes at the moment, so apologies if I'm squinting, but I just really wanted to share this first sort of moment of coming on the beach and just taking a couple of images to show you what we're looking at. So at the moment, not the first shot I've set up, because I've probably taken maybe 3 or 4 images currently, but I'm just looking at this sort of piece of wet sand here that's almost jagged and glistening in the sun against then the very pale soft sands with an amazing pattern, amazing channel. Oh, the light's coming out. Wait one. Just correct that. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful shot. So we've got some little channels that are just cutting into the sand and making their way back into the sea. We've got a little patch of seaweed in the middle of that, and that beautiful water, this beautiful sand. I mean, we've literally just come over that dune there and we're here. We've got so much to explore. We're going to make our way across to this very far end and have a look at these rocks just to see if there's anything interesting over there. But what I'll do for now is I'll pop some of these images up for you. We're just going to have a bimble. There's quite a lot of people on the beach, and we've both said it's probably better, I think, to come down early morning or later on when people are going out. It's around maybe 2 o'clock at the moment, so people are enjoying the beach, which is superb. Why wouldn't you? But the sun's in my eyes, so we'll take a wander over here and see what else we can find. Enjoy the images. So we're just making our way across to these rocks, but you can't help but stop and just look at these patterns in the sand. So as the water is dragging the sand back out, it's creating the most amazing textures, and the mixture of the black and golden sand just looks immense, and obviously is creating a beautiful foreground interest. Now, obviously on Harris, it's probably been Luskentyre beach has probably been photographed and photographed and photographed. But I think the nice thing is that these patterns will be different all the time. The cloud will be different, the light will be different. So we're just literally bimbling around looking for lights coming out again. Some nice little patterns basically that we can use in the foreground, looking over to this view. So high tide isn't till 8:30, but that's really good because it gives us that opportunity to get out onto the beach. So the tide at the moment is it's quite calm, but every now and then you get a little bit of a decent wave coming in, which I'm hoping when we get a bit closer to these rocks, it'll give us that nice texture in the water. So on this shot, I have got a 6-stop filter in just to try and give a little bit more of an ethereal feel to that water. I put a 0.9 soft grad in. I didn't really need it, but I wanted to darken that sky just to create a little bit of drama. Every now and then we get a little bit of a blue patch of sky that comes in, and we've been waiting just really for that gap to close so that it's dark. And with this golden sand and that absolutely beautiful colour in the water, the images on the back of the camera just look amazing. I've just been saying to Max, you could probably literally point your camera in any direction and take a shot. So apologies, I've now got the sunglasses on, but rather than squint at you. So yeah, we will get over to these rocks and we'll show you what we're doing over there. So the group of rocks when we arrived looked pretty messy, so we decided not to take any images and instead headed back to the shoreline to focus on the beautiful waves. So I found quite a nice little shot here that I'm just working on. It's all about the timing of the waves, and I think I'm going to need to move a bit further up, to be fair, because the tide is coming in now. But what we've got as the tide recedes is these black patterns in the sand that are just leading up to this really moody scene. And what I'm trying to do is sort of time the wave where it's halfway across. So like this now, it's coming in. I'm trying to time the wave so that I sort of almost get a bit of a leading line with this wave whilst I've still got these patterns on the left-hand side. It's proving a bit difficult just to sort of judge what shutter speed to use, to be fair. So I'm going to maybe try F10 and put my ISO up a little bit just to see if I can get that. Now, the other option that I could do is take out the 6-stop and drop the 3-stop in. But yeah, that's exactly what I want. Although I've now got 3 people in my shot, but that exposure there is exactly what I'm looking for, with this black channeled pattern leading up, with then this zigzag leading line of that wave up to that moody view. I'll try one more and then maybe just wait for those people to Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little bit further up because the tide is coming in, wellies are on, and see if we can sort of replicate that shot a bit further up with maybe no people in the scene. So we've come back down to Luskentyre beach this morning. We didn't come down for sunrise, but we've come down for high tide, which was around 9 o'clock. Mainly to see the difference between... Woo! Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on this little shot that we've got framed up here, but we've come down mainly to see the difference between high tide yesterday and low tide yesterday, sorry, and high tide today. So what our thoughts for yesterday's, it'd be nice to sort of catch the sands and the waves as the tide's going out, as the tide's receding, with hopefully fewer people on the beach so that we can get some nice shots without any footprints in. So this first little scene that I've picked out is this curve. There's like a bank of sand that's just sort of curving down towards the sea there, again with Tortoise in the background. When we were first taking some images, there was a little bit of light just catching across there. I mean, obviously it's daytime, so we haven't got any golden light, but again, what we're banking on today is a little bit of that mood and a little bit of that drama. I've tried a vertical and a landscape on this scene here, and again, same as sort of other photos, is just using these textures and patterns and different shades in the sand with that incredible motion in the waves that we've got this morning. So we're going to have a wander. Again, we'll take you with us and we'll pop these images up for you.
Call me out, tiger. Call me out, why don't you love? Lift me up higher above the clouds, won't you love? When the scenery is right, go right in. I wanna fall deep within. Don't leave me hanging just 'cause I'm too proud. Whisper away my outdated doubts. Somebody do me the courtesy.
So we just had quite a downpour, but stuck it out. We've got our waterproof jackets on and just put a little shower cap over the cameras there and watched everybody disappear from the beach, which was quite nice. There is still a couple of people just a bit further down. What we are planning on doing today is walking just to the end where the beach curves around, just to see what's down there. Again, looking out for any patterns in the sand as we go. Nice little bit of light across on Tortoise now with this, almost looks like a shell. The shape of a shell just curved into the sand. There's a couple of little footprints through it that I'll need to clone out. I set one shot up with a nice embankment of sand. Looked absolutely amazing, and a dog just ran straight through, which is going to happen on the beach, I suppose. So again, I think we need to be here even earlier to try and avoid things like that. But absolutely beautiful. I'm going to grab a shot now while we've got the light across there. In terms of settings, I'm on f16, so I don't really want to be focus stacking too much. So the light's beautiful at the moment. So I've focused a third in at f16. I'm hoping that the foreground and throughout will be sharp. Again, just dropped a little bit of a soft 0.9 grad in, and using a 3-stop ND again just to drag that water, give a little bit of a different feel. But yeah, it's sort of blue sky here, but that way looks pretty dark, mean and moody. So we're going to head up there, put this shot up for you now, let you have a look.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river.
So we've just got another rain shower passing through, but it isn't going to deter us. Just taking a shot here of these lines again in the beach, that repeating theme of the patterns in the sand. But as I was taking these shots, there was some beautiful light just over on the mountains there. And again, sort of with these patterns, giving that foreground interest, even in the rain, it is stunning. I mean, I'm hoping that you can pick up that colour there in the water. Absolutely beautiful. You just, I don't know, it just, like when we were arriving the other day, we came over that little brew and it just, our eyes welled up, filled us with absolute, I don't know, it's just, the beauty of this place just catches your breath. And even in the rain, the pouring down drizzle, the mist, it's still immense. Look at it. Wow. We're going to stick it out. I want to grab another shot here. Maybe sort of looking down towards the Harris Hills over there, and maybe one leading up when these people have just passed through, because the curvature of this water and the sand is immense. But yeah, we'll stick it out, put a couple of shots up and crack on. So these two images were taken just minutes apart, and what a difference the light made to the sands and to the water. The dark moody cloud above almost enhancing the greens and turquoise in the water. Just beautiful. So we've just made it to the end of this little curve here, and it's equally as stunning as any other part on the beach. We've got the sun coming in and out with the moody clouds. When the sun comes out, it lights the water and it just looks beautiful there again with these rolling hills on the background. The sand almost looks colourless when the sun comes out, but you've got the dark waviness where it's really wet, and then obviously as the tide's coming in, picking up that motion, that white in the water with that aqua blue, and the shots are looking quite nice. On this particular shot, I've actually got probably 2/3 of the scene just with the sand, trying to pick some texture up, and then the top third just with the water and the hills there. And I'm squinting again, the sun's just coming back out, but super happy. You know, and it's daytime shots, which I wouldn't normally sort of come out and take some images in the day. I'm going to need to put my sunglasses on, apologies for the state of the hair. But it's not the type of shots you would imagine you could get in the day, but because of the mood, it's unreal. I was just taking a shot a bit further down, and the difference between one shot and another shot a couple of minutes after is incredible. What am I doing on this shot? So I'm on f16 again, just trying to get that sharpness. 3 seconds, ISO 100. I think I've got a 3-stop filter in again just to drag a little bit of motion in that water. But other than that, happy days. We're going to call it a day now. There's so much more of the beach to explore, and I just hope that in these videos we're doing the beach justice. The thing about this beach is you see it on the video, on YouTube videos and photographs, and sort of think, wow. But when you actually stood here and you're experiencing that rain, the cloud coming in, the light and the waves, it consumes you. I can't explain what I mean, but it takes over, and you completely zone out. It's just beautiful. So yeah, leave you with these last few images. Maybe take a little bit of a wander just across the way there, and we'll bring this one to a close. Enjoyed the video and the images. If you have, please consider giving us a thumbs up and maybe subscribing, as it massively helps with the channel. Thank you. So we're going to bring the video to a close there. We've not explored any of the dunes because you can just see a massive footprints everywhere. Hopefully we will get maybe a couple of images including the dunes before we go home. I think we're going to need to be out even earlier or probably later. Now I think the plan for the rest of today is there's another couple of locations that we're going to have a look at, and maybe try and get out for sunset. I think high tide is around 9:30 tonight, so hopefully maybe people have gone home for the tea or a bath, clean the camera kits. So yeah, I think we might come back down, but for this video we're going to bring it to a close. Like I say, we're going to the light's gone now. I was going to try and get another shot over there. The hills just looks beautiful, beautiful green. But anyway, we'll bring it to a close there for this week. I hope you've enjoyed those images. Just looking back at some of those images in between sort of the light and no light. It's like night and day. And it just goes to show that sticking it out and just waiting, which we always say, and we know that plays a big part in photography, just waiting for that right moment. So yeah, we'll we'll leave it there and head back to the van. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you next week. Adios.